Welcome, everybody, to another CranKy Ducklings cast. Today, we are here with a very special event. It is DreamHack Masters Fall 2020 Open Qualifier #1 for North America. I'm Yodaslim, joined here today by Light VIP. What's going on, Light?
What's up, Yoda? We're here. We're back. It's DreamHack once again. And mate, this is it.
What is it? We're getting straight into a great matchup. This is exactly how I'd want it to start. We'll just get right into it, and then we can discuss more about what's going on. But here we are. Eternal Empire LE is the first map of the DreamHack Fall 2020 Qualifiers NA, and here we have in the bottom left-hand corner, he's playing for Archangel Gaming, if I do remember that correctly.
Yep.
It is a Zerg player who is also a mammal. In real life, he's a bear. He's a panda. It's PandaBearMe.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have his opponent, the American Protoss player. He is Alken.
Interesting team, clan name thing there.
Yeah.
10 to the 100th power.
I feel like this isn't the first time we've seen it. I feel like we've asked questions in the chat, and I feel like Sugar probably answered, but I don't remember.
I cannot say that I remember this at all. That is very interesting, to say the least. But yeah, man, I'm glad we're here. How was what did you do, the China qualifier? I don't remember.
Oh,
I was half asleep watching you cast at like 6 a.m.
I saw you in the chat. I'm like, what are you doing awake right now? Like, wait, we got
I sent like
later.
one message and I fell right asleep.
Oh my god! I think you sent a message. Were you talking about the Stargate play that was happening? Maybe.
Yeah. Because I actually got the Stargate play while I was watching it while camping. And you were casting with milk and cookies. I remember there was one pylon.
Yeah.
That's what it was. A pylon that was hidden in the base.
Yes.
And it ended up like working in all types of units that won the game.
Yeah. I remember. Last night was insane. The final series, Go Joy versus But Always, mate. Every single game he opened Stargate Void Ray. Every single game, and it wasn't the same either. Like he had different like follow-ups and stuff. He would go like Void Ray into like Oracles or just mass Void Ray straight up.
Wow.
The last game was insane. He went Void Ray into Oracle into triple Stargate into mass Oracle. he forced Go Joy to go, like, so Go Joy, he spots this, like the Oracles, they dive in, they kill all the queens. So Go Joy, he made a Spire, he goes Mutas. When the Spire got spotted, then but always he switched it into Mass Phoenix. The Mutas popped out, they all immediately died to the Mass Phoenix. And then after he killed all the Mutalisks for free, essentially it was like 10 Mutalisks for nothing. Then he switched into Mass Void Ray, and then Go Joy switched into Corruptor to deal with the Phoenixes, but then they ran into the Void Rays, and the Void Rays killed everything. It was like, oh.
That's the perfect like counter attack each time.
Yeah,
that's how I picture every game's gonna go with the new patch of Void Rays.
Like it was insane to see, but always just like play his opponent completely. He just forced him to play how he wanted, and it's something that you
sounds brutal.
Yeah, and you never see it. Like you never see like mass Void Ray play. And it's like, yo, is he getting ready, or is this just what he always does, you know? Like,
yeah, right. In my opinion, anyone who goes Void Rays right now is like getting ready for the new patch.
Ooh,
the Oracle did get spotted here, though. It was kind of a passive opener. I don't think the Adept even shot at anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much nothing has been lost this game besides like one Adept and one Ling. I want to know how the Adept went down and only taking one Ling with it.
Yeah.
I guess the surrounding queens.
Like the links for PandaBearMe have just been on it. I mean, talking a little bit about these players, like we've casted PandaBearMe plenty of times. Like he's always like showing up for the Apprentice Cups. He's always streaming as well. If you want to learn some Zerg, like he's a pretty good streamer. You know, he tries to like study and research and stuff.
Yeah. He's always like our go-to raid, I feel like, after we cast, because he's always streaming.
Yeah.
And like you said, always participating, and just all around good StarCraft player. And honestly, one of the good ones out of NA. I got high hopes for PandaBearMe. Obviously, I don't think PandaBearMe can defeat all the top best players in the world, but there's definitely potential here for PandaBearMe.
Yeah, I think what I love the most about PandaBearMe, and I've spoken to a couple of other pro players about it, is that PandaBearMe, he actually does a lot of dedicated practice, which is something that you don't see too often anymore. Like, he does stuff where he has streams, he has an entire stream where he gets Turkey Dano on, and he does nothing but cannon rush defense. Like the entire, for like hours, just
That's
straight
great.
up versus Turkey Dano, cannon rush defense. And I'm like, if you're gonna do it that with anyone, it's gonna be Turkey Dano, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Unless you have some friends in Korea, but as far as Latin America or NA it all goes, Turkey Dan was a cannon rush guy.
Yeah, and that's like great, you know, like that's what you want to see. Like that's who you want to practice against, and it's really cool that he takes it like that seriously. Yeah.
There's a lot in the production tab right now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and actually, you know, the Oracles are diving in, but again, really nice defense so far from PandaBearMe. Like in general, Alken hasn't really been able to do too much to him.
But also, Alken's doing a good job keeping everything alive. All he really lost here was like one more adept in that whole engagement there.
Yeah, he's actually being really efficient.
He actually killed like 15 lings there. We only had like one lost ling before this engagement. You can get the Overlord here. Link's coming in for the counter attack. I feel like it should. Oh wow, that's hilarious. It's denying that little wall off a little bit longer. I don't know if the wall off is coming quite that soon. PandaBearMe has a large mineral bank saved up. I wonder if that's a tail for the lings. He's getting +1 melee and banelings right now.
Yeah, I imagine so, like, especially because he's getting +1 melee, he's looking to get into that Ling Bane style of play, which can do really well. And I mean, PandaBearMe, he's just been macroing up, you know, he's got his 4th base up and running at the same time. Alken, he's already got his 3rd, almost saturated. Oh my god, the Waddle Squad, no!
Waddle Squad, waddle. I would have gone for that full sentry instead.
Oh yeah, the sentry's so juicy.
So juicy. Like, as a Zerg player, and you're going to kill something, when you see that energy full, that's literally juice. And the more full it is, the more juicier and better it is.
See, I know
it's like one of those lit gushers. You gushers before? Do you like gushers? Like,
I think I know what they are, right? They're like, yeah.
They're like gummies, but they have juice inside of them.
Exactly. Yeah. There we go. You always talk, like, bring up overlords and milky overlords, mate. I want to milk some sentries. Okay, like that's what I want.
Juicy sentries. You probably milk plasma out of them or something. Something that you can't actually consume. But it probably could be useful. I don't know what you would use century milk for. I don't know if this is the best use of your energy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, getting Ravagers here and there is nice. But
speaking of juices, those juicy creep tumors right there.
Right?
I'd risk it all for that. My oracles would die for that. He honestly could have target fire down all of those.
Yeah.
The Queens and Army retreated as soon as they disengaged, and it looks like PandaBearMe. Uh-oh.
That's a lot of banelings. That's a lot.
That is a lot of banelings.
Yeah,
That's a very high number of banelings.
Even more banelings morphing in, and baneling speed is done, +1 melee is done as well, +2 melee is still on the way, so it's not going to come into play here, but it doesn't look like there's too much here, and there's only 1 sentry for force fields.
Yeah, and the shield overcharge is going to die instantly as soon as he uses it, and I think PandaBearMe just completely crushes this army. Oh my god, all those warped in units dying for absolutely free, pretty much. It wasn't exactly free, but you do get a lot more bang for your buck when using banelings on warping in units.
Yeah, PandaBearMe, he just crushes through everything, takes out the entire mineral lab. We got more banelings coming in here.
Oh
god, no!
Oh god, you know it's bad when you kill 40 workers and still have banelings to spare. GG. PandaBearMe takes game number 1. Now, Alken, I'm not too familiar with, but obviously PandaBearMe is one of the best in NA, so it's definitely a hard ask. But hey, nonetheless, you gave it the old college try. There's still one more game. It is a best of 3, so it's not out of this yet.
Yeah, and
He's a Masters tier 3, so he's not quite GM yet.
Yeah, and I will say that Alken, like, he played that out pretty well. Like, leading up to that final engagement, we were talking about it, right? Like, he didn't really lose too many units. He was trading pretty well with his, like, Oracle. Like, he kept his Oracles alive, his Adepts as well, for the most part. Yeah, it just felt like, you know, PandaBearMe went for this timing, and we didn't really get to point it out, but Alken, he was taking a 4th race behind that. Like, he was being pretty greedy.
Yeah,
like this.
greedy.
Yeah.
I don't know why you go. I mean, in my opinion, guys, I say this every time. If you know your opponent's better than you, at least have some sort of cheats prepared. Like, this guy has 1,000 MMR on me. Let me just play straight narrow macro game. I should win it. No, it's not how science works. It's not how StarCraft works. If someone has 2 more MMR than you, you cheese.
Right? Even if they don't, you know, pull a Maru, right?
Yeah.
Maru, he's one of the best Terrans. Jeez.
More of the story, cheese. But, actually, I'm looking at the bracket right now, and Peely already beat his opponent and is continuing on. Which is the only reason I mentioned that is because in this little portion of the bracket that we're at, !B in the chat if you're looking for the bracket. Peely beat Joseph. He goes on to the next round, who plays against the winner of Devin and Asuna. So I assume it's Peely and Asuna, and then the winner of that should go up against whoever wins PandaBearMe or Silky in the next round. Which is where I'm getting to. This opponent is going to be hard in the next round. He's got a good opponent coming up, whoever wins this matchup here. But here we are, EverDream LE for map number 2, starting it off for the fall DreamHack qualifiers. And here we have a player that is a Blue Zerg player. He is for Archangel Gaming. It is PandaBearMe. Straight out of USA.
And you know what? He's probably listening to the stream right now because he's going for a 12 pool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Spawning in the top right-hand corner of EverDream LE, we have the American Protoss player representing himself as well as Clan 1E 100, 10 to 100, 10 out of 100. Question mark. We have Alken.
I feel like it's 10 to the power of 100.
10 to the power of
like
100.
10 squared, but 10 100ths. I don't even know if that exists. Can you do that? I'm not a mathematician. I'm no scientist. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
We're not doctors here, all right?
We're not doctors here.
No.
We need a doctor here to tell us about this math.
We are mere casters here. But so a couple of things.
That's what we're doing?
That's what we're trying to do. All right. So we're trying. Alken, he went for a probe scout, so he scouted the pool first. He should be aware of it, and immediately he throws down a panic wall. He's got a zealot on the way, and it looks like it was chrono boosted initially as a zealot. It should be ready for the lings. Despite that, though, these lings they can still find some damage.
Yeah, I mean, me on the ladder, I never get damage with this opener, even though I do it every single game. But I love seeing these real big pros do it, because then it gives me a little insight.
Yeah,
and apparently you go for the gate.
Exactly. Like, we've seen these 12 pool openers before, and even though they're a zealots out, you can still get a building. Like, it's all like, oh no!
Oh my gosh! Full surround on all the zealots. While it might not be the favorable trade or the best trade for PandaBearMe, he can't take out the zealots, which will completely shut down the aggression here.
Yeah, he gets the gateway, which cancels
defensive aggression. You know,
and he cancels the adept as well. And there are enough lings where if the adept pops out, it's gonna get surrounded. Oh, but there is a shield battery. But I think the gateway is gonna go down before the adept comes out.
Can you fit the adept in the back there? I think he has a little pocket behind the gateway that he can fit the adept in.
He does.
Oh,
he
never
does.
mind. I mean, he can still fit it there, but it's not a pocket.
Yeah,
it's more of a hole. Wow, this is looking rough. Nothing but a handful of lings behind us. PandaBearMe macroing, no third base, but he's getting a gas and droning up, and man, this is rough.
This is showing you what you can do with the 12 pool. Even if it gets scattered, even if there are 2 zealots out to begin with, like 2 gateways have gone down, a shield battery, an adept, another pylon.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad here.
Yeah, I mean, this adept should finally come out, like, because of the chrono boost. It should come out before the pylon does, but it's gonna be close. Okay. Comes out.
Yeah. That's so much damage. Behind this, PandaBearMe is just attacking stuff and macroing up, and Alken has been really on the back foot. It just really amazes me. Like, in my opinion, early game aggression is so easy to handle. Like, there's steps to take, and it's weird to see that like a grandmaster can ling rush better than a regular master can defend.
I was about to say, like the people watching and you and me as well, we see this as like, oh my god, the 12 pool did so much damage. We're gonna try it on the ladder. It's nowhere near
yeah enough. I know, I do this every ladder game and I get nothing done. Like, I attack, they usually hold the wall, they usually get a zealot out for defense and an adept out behind the wall before you can even do anything. So I really wonder what the key component is here to making a pro gamer move in your ling rush.
Exactly. And speaking of pro gamer move, mate, we got the Queen March. They're coming.
Queen March. The slow march. They got arthritis. They're kind of old. You know, the only one flaw is, like, queens are usually in charge of a country, and how does the Zergs have multiple queens? Isn't there only one queen?
You're asking the questions that need answers.
I'm asking too much. The FBI is after me now. There's so many adepts here, though, which is kind of good. Alken did get a lot of adepts, but these queens should be super tanky and transfuses. I mean, the queens are here for any air, but the transfuses can help if necessary. One shield battery here, or shield distributor.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm worried about. There's no actual shield battery here, so like there's no shield overcharge available or anything. Like, he's just right now Alken's just relying on his gateway units, and there is that sentry, as you were pointing out. The force field potential is there in a choke point. But, yeah, we'll see.
I mean, there's just so much damage getting done. The worker count. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised here. Alken has actually kept up the worker production and is ahead workers.
Yeah, and actually he's able to clear out all these lanes, getting on top of the queens as well, but there's more lane reinforcements.
No more he didn't get his last chance to use off on that one queen. That was a good target fire, though.
Yeah,
he was able to take out the queen, and now it looks like there's nothing left here.
Oh, there's a single adept left. It goes down as well. It looks like all the gateway units are going down. Again, still no shield battery. There is one sentry, so he's going to be able to hold on. I say that. Hey, we got more reinforcements.
Yeah. I mean, PandaBearMe did secure a third base, surprisingly. I didn't think PandaBearMe was going to go for that third base. Should we just start calling PandaBearMe PBM? Is that a good acronym? I feel like PBM is longer than saying PandaBearMe.
It doesn't roll off the tongue, you know?
PBM. Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue. That makes you question where the name came from.
Oh, wow.
Like, why don't you go with Panda Bear? But how are they going to know it's me? PandaBearMe.
I feel like we need to ask these questions again. Like, what's the origin? That's right. That's always the question when it comes to these player names. Like, how did you get this name? Like, what is
Where did
this?
you come with this? I mean, I guess I could ask that about my own name and your name, but we know the answer to those, or at least I do.
True.
I don't think I've ever described why I have my name, but if you guys look Wikipedia up, Light has his own Wikipedia page that gives you all the info on why he is Light.
All right, why slim? Why not thick? You know, what's going on there?
Because I was slim back in the day. I used to be slim. Now I gotta change it to thick.
Fair.
And this Yoda was taken already by everyone. And back in the day when I made that name, there's a lot of like rappers around that were going by like such and such Slim.
True.
I was listening to rap music. I was like, I'm Yodaslim, and then didn't age too well, and people just call me Yoda now.
I mean, you say it didn't age too well, but like, you know, last year, like Baby Yoda was the thing.
Yeah, Baby Yoda was a big thing. That actually brought my name back. But we did see the GG. PandaBearMe switched into Roaches and absolutely annihilated his opponent, Alken. Which, good try, Alken. Thanks for coming. Thanks for playing. You got more chances, more qualifiers. But it's a hard ask when you're a Master 3. Not even a Master number 1. It's a Master 3 going up, one of the top GMs in the United States of America and Canada, all of North America.
Yeah. Like again, it's a tough ask going up against a pro player like PandaBearMe, but he did really well. Like honestly, that 12 pool it did a lot of damage, but he was able to hold off a couple of waves of it. You know, until the roaches eventually came, right? Like that's the thing that was pretty cool to see, is that PandaBearMe, he always had like a follow up. He went 12 pool, then he had the Queen March, then he got a third base, and he got a Roach Warren. Like he just never stopped like the constant rally across the map. It was cool.
Yeah, it was, you know, that was just a complete parade across the map the entire time of that game. And
yeah,
I mean, it looked like he was doing good and holding a little bit, but it's like it shouldn't be that hard to hold a quick 6 lings. Like I've never gotten that much damage with 6 lings in my life.
To be fair, PandaBearMe did make more than 6 lings. Like that's how it like started to snowball. But yeah.
Well, I mean, at first he came out with 6 lings off of the 12th pool, and that was able to. I think he got the first gate, or maybe surrounded the Zealots with that or something.
Yeah.
But that's what started it, and then the parade came in, and there was just no stopping it.
Definitely.